Hello, guys. Welcome back. May the demons be with me. They came back. We had some issues. Asmodeus got everything sorted out, so he is still top demon. Um, we have sometimes compatibility issues when, demons, gods, whatever name you want to use come in. I absolutely hated Odin to the moon and back when we first started working together, and he damn well knew it. In fact, I think I was 95% of his pleasure of working together. He knew I hated him. And he always have this smile on his face, and if you work with the old man, you know that smile, like, hello, I'm here to ruin your life. We're going to bitter ourselves. So, something came up after I finally told Asmodeus, fine, I relent, you can have your way, be top demon, even though I was trying to make a video, weirdly, I kept trying to make a video and saying Pazuzu was the top one. And something always went wrong. And then I came online, guys, and I shit you not, nothing will work online until I relented and I watched Asmodeus video. I'm not fucking kidding you. And once I had given him enough attention and incense and candles, everything's running tickly-boo. So, okay. We had to work out the fact that he doesn't mind. I had to work it out for myself that I don't work ceremonial magic. I just don't. So there won't be any drawing to sigils or anything else. There will be candles and incense and whatever he thinks is appropriate offering from time to time, but that's it. But he's fine with that. And we also worked out, I think it was kind of an offering either from him or Mammon. I went on Steam today and we're looking around. It probably was Asmodeus because he's the one that suggested this. And a game I had bought is $10 cheaper now. One day after the damn refund window closed. It was a game I bought for Lilith to celebrate being together. And I really hated it. And she knew I hated it, but it was a sacrifice for her. Well, long story short, it's not $10 cheaper. But it's one day after the damn refund window closed, okay? But check Steam's policy after I requested a refund just to try my luck, and they said, hey, if it goes on sale, we don't consider that a bad reason to give you a refund. Go get it again. So I told them, I said, when I requested the refund, I said, it's one day past my refund window, like it should have been yesterday, but the game didn't go on sale till today, right? I said, will you please help me out? So we're keeping our fingers crossed, and I already promised Lilith, and I mean this promise, that she gets me that game refund, or Asmodeus, whoever gets it. There are also 2 more games. They're already sitting in my cart. If I can get this refund, they can get them. But no refund, no games, because no money for games. So we're watching the budget like a hawk, because we do have Mammon here as well. And he's, 49 cents on a Steam sale he won't let you spend. But if we can get this refund, we can go get those 2 other games as well. So Lilith is thinking about this. I can tell she's thinking about it. It doesn't look good, guys. We're a day past the thing, and they're saying I played the game for 2 hours, which I did not. It was like an hour 48 minutes. And most of that was trying to get the goddamn controls to work. So it wasn't we were having fun with it. It's the goddamn controls don't work in this game. But she liked it, so hopefully we can get the refund. If we don't, we're kind of stuck with it, and maybe, the next sale will pick up the other games. Steam has sales all the time. They really do. Like they had the Christmas sale, then they had a New Year sale. Now they're having Lunar New Year sale. They'll have a Valentine's Day sale. They have sales all the time. Like Sims went on sale for like a ridiculously low price, but I don't want it now. And I don't have game money right now, which is why we need the refund. But hopefully this goes through. I keep looking at that icon and wishing it would disappear because I'm like, oh, I wish it would give us the refund. Probably not. But I promised Lilith, and she just has to trust me on my word. And I watched some stuff and told Asmodeus was content, and he's fine now. And it's just a thing of us learning to work together and learning to take each other's words on things. Because when you start working with them, usually my experience is that when you start going into another pantheon, you get like that wow moment of something very dramatic happening that they kind of show you how strong they are. Like when La Santa would come in or when others came in, you get like that wow miracle moment. I haven't got it as of yet. So I'm getting a lot of little small tiny things, but I'm not getting that huge wow thing. Like I didn't hit the lottery or find out I have a rich eccentric uncle that just kicked the bucket and left me his estate. That hasn't happened. I'm getting like this little back here. What did happen is that Pazuzu got absolutely smitten last night because I found my copy of The Exorcist VR. It was like the demons were trying to hide it because it's a terrible game if you love demons. It's a really terrible game, so I won't play it on the channel. And I thought they had abandoned me because PMS and Doring is like a very real thing. And I was just so irrational and angry and hurt. And I was placed in the Catholic Church in this first chapter, so that's already going to put me in a bad mood. Ex-Catholic. And when I read all the nonsense they'd written about him, and I got to hold his little statue, and I want a statue of Pazuzu, and he won't let me have one because of the movie. You know, I lost it. I was like torn between, oh, I'm holding Pazuzu's statue, and then the Hollywood demon bullshit going on all around me, and I just snapped. So by the time this demon is crawling down the aisle of the church towards me, and I'm supposed to be terrified, and I was years ago when I didn't work with demons, I was just so hurt at being what I thought was abandoned. I said, "Get out!" And I tried to run past the police line and beat the demon to death with the cross, which is not what you're supposed to do in that game. I'm spitting on the mic. But, after I did that, Pazuzu's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. You feel abandoned and you feel like we're not doing anything and we're just yanking your chain and getting shit. He's the most human in a way. So is Asmodeus. Asmodeus is usually really sweet, but Asmodeus has never seen me go off like that before. And I said, it's something I can't control. I take the medication, the over-the-counter stuff you can get. I used to have to be on steroids and a couple other things I used to take this time a month, and then the doctors are all like, oh, they found out that kills lab rats or something, so they take you off of it. But that really helped, guys, and it helped me be normal and functional. I'm usually not too damn functional. Sometimes I'm propping myself up in a chair to film videos, so it's extremely painful for me. Women in my family end up in the hospital and everything else, and it's just hell on earth for us sometimes. So they're being a lot more sympathetic, and Asmodeus does have a soft spot for women, but he also has to be number one, kind of like Odin the second. When I had read he was like Odin from somebody that works with him, I was like, nope, skip. But he, like Odin, will plant himself and decide he is in charge of everyone else. I love him. He's very determined. And they're going to listen to him. And Pazuzu doesn't care. Pazuzu is really laid back. Pazuzu's like, I don't care. I'll be here whenever. Tell me when you're doing something fun. I'll come by. Mazel tov. And he toddles off and does something. Lilith is getting... Oh, I thought it disappeared. And Lilith is getting a little friendlier because she sees a chance to, help stuff along. And Lilith and Asmodeus are connected. It depends on which lore you go by, how they're connected. So, I think it'll be a thing for them to see. I'll keep my word and see if they can move stuff along, because it'll have to be a miracle from the demons for me to get a refund from Steam outside the 14-day limit. I was like, really? Like one day after, not even a full 24 hours after, I think it's like 16 hours or something. I'm like, damn it. But, that is what it is. And it was like, I knew when I was getting that game, if I had just waited 2 weeks, but she was really insistent. So, if it's a sacrifice to her, it is. We'll just have to see. Honestly, I will be cutting it pretty tight because the sale doesn't last long. So we will be cutting it really tight, even if they gave me the refund, like, right this minute. It takes like 24 hours to clear into your Steam wallet usually, but may the gods be with us. So we just figured we'd update you guys, and we got a new little game with a fox in it, a free game, on Oculus. Unfortunately, he is like Loki in fox form. He's going to do his own damn thing, and it's supposed to work this one way, and it's not. So we're trying to practice that. If we ever get it down, we'll bring it to you. Maybe. I don't know. And, it's been one of those things of Asmodeus and I have to adjust to each other. I'm used to Odin being the undisputed lord. And I keep looking at Odin, waiting for Odin to flip his crazy switch and decide Asmodeus can't come in and do this. And I keep looking at him, and Odin's like, "Oh no, my dear, this is good for you." He's already told me that. And I'm like, you're kidding, right? Asmodeus is good for me? Yes, my dear, he's good for you. Da 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 da. So we'll see. So, wish me luck on the refund. Keep your fingers crossed. Do whatever you gotta do. I keep looking at that icon and it's sitting there, so it does not look good for me. But we at least tried, and hey, there's nothing wrong with going after the policies, and we're not trying to be sneaky. Because when I looked at their refund policy, I was like, hey, they said that's totally okay if it goes on sale. Let's try. The worst they can do is tell us no. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.